gang stalking. And to those of you out there who are skeptics, by the end of this video, I will have given you some things to strongly consider. So first, to those of you out there who are not victims, you may be asking yourself, what is this gang stalking program we're hearing more and more people talk about every day? What this is a post-2000 COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO, which existed from 1956 to 1971, is America's version of the old Stasi program. Now, this is a program driven by hate, plain and simple. It is methodically designed to psychologically attack the targeted individual in every facet. It is an all-out assault on one's existence. These attacks are personal in nature, and they are designed to attack the targeted individual while he occupies the same environment with the non-victim simultaneously. This program is methodical in design and is executed to near perfection. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, how is this gang stalking possible, and how is this community harassment taking place and we can't see it? We're not aware that it's happening. Well, two major factors are involved. One is the methodology that drives the program, and two are the street-level perpetrators who commit these crimes, which we'll be coming back to later on in this video. So first, the methodology that drives this program is very clever in design. It is engineered to attack the victim while he occupies the same environment as the non-victim. Now, you may be asking yourself, how is this possible? Well, what these perpetrators use is a tool known as sensitization. If you would, take a look at these next two video clips.
Now they will
Okay, so nothing unusual there, right? Just a car with a bike and a horse trailer, right? Now, take a look at these next few images.
Now you see how many bikes he's seeing. This is how they sensitizing them to this tech. This is all organized. Another one. Another one. They taught this to people all across the nation that's with this Masonic witchcraft. Now they're sensitizing them with trailers. They'll do it over and over, months, years.
Now, if you've seen these images each day, every week, every month, for several months, or several years, you would become sensitized to these images. And as a sensitized person, if you were alongside someone who was not sensitized, and the two of you seen either of these,
See, this is dark psychology.
you would have two different reactions. The one who is sensitized would be on high alert, while the one who is not sensitized would not have any reaction at all. Pretty slick, huh? Very methodical. Now, obviously I have been sensitized to cars with bicycles and horse trailers. Currently, I am also sensitized to out-of-state tags, primarily the state of Florida, with a new emphasis on the state of Ohio, local agencies, and of course, the color red. Now,
Color red and white.
let's talk about how this program is managed and how one becomes a victim. First, let's look at the FBI and what they consider to be a potential domestic terrorist. Here I have a list of 72 behaviors and characteristics the FBI searches for when determining if one is a homeland threat. Included on this list are those that are anti-abortion, those that are anti-nuclear, and simply those that want to make the world a better place. Now, upon closer study and looking at this list, one can conclude that any one or more than one of these behaviors can pertain to anyone in the United States. In other words, this list has been cleverly designed to include anyone and everyone. Anyone could be labeled a homeland threat. Now, fusion centers is where information is compared and processed that is harvested from emails, from phone conversations, from medical records, and from purchase histories. The CIA, DHS, and FBI compare, dissect, and fuse this information at these fusion centers. The real problem, however, lies in the ease of manipulation. This is where the problem originates, and the abuse of the agenda for the search for homeland threats is exploited. This article I have here from the Examiner dates back to September 2011. It's one of the better articles I've read describing this injustice. I'd like to share a few key points with you. Number one, FBI documents obtained by human rights groups show 8,000 American targeted individuals are being secretly persecuted because their names are on a strictly confidential government watch list. Now, this article dates back to 2011. I think 100,000 is probably a more realistic number. Number two, this document includes a notice issued December 21st, 2010 to field officers from counterterrorism that states in capital letters, do not advise the subject that they may be on a terrorist watch list. Number three, ever made someone angry? A person who agrees with the American way of revenge, such as calling your name into the local fusion center? Ever jilted a lover? According to those protecting the fatherland, these situations are sufficient enough to be targeted and kept on a watch list no matter what. And number four, and the most disturbing, it only takes two people to report a target. Two people. Herein lies the problem. You take the 72 characteristics that the FBI is searching for when determining if one is a homeland threat, and combine that with a two-person witness account that one is a homeland threat, and you're now set up for one of the biggest abuses of power in the history of the world. And when you are deemed a homeland threat, you will experience the most bizarre transition in life you could ever imagine. There is no due process and there is no day in court. Your harassment is relentless. Now, let's look at some of these perpetrators out in the street that are committing these crimes, and one of the tools they like to use, street theater. If you would, take a look at this next video clip.
What I'm going to demonstrate here are two different versions of street theater. This first version is a brief conversation theater can be done with a